feeling like I'm Akademiks.
Welcome to the stream. I did like a long intro today. As a 30-minute intro. That was, I had to feel the vibes again. Every time I get into streaming, I gotta, every time I'm stream for a few days, I gotta get back into the groove a little bit. I keep telling y'all, for upcoming creators, streaming, it's, anything we do in the entertainment world isn't hard. It's not a hard job. It might get tedious, but it's not hard. Streaming, especially when you gotta be here and entertaining the people. What it is more than anything is it's a routine, and once you get out of the routine, you kind of like fall off the bike. You kind of got to get back on. I always tell y'all, people like Kai Cenat and others, and sometimes like I haven't seen them really get fully burnt out, but for them to stream every day for 8 hours, shit, give them boys some credit. Okay, nevertheless, we're here. And hopefully, let me see, today's Saturday, right? Today's Saturday, right? Okay, yeah, I'm hoping we could string together a good 7 days of streaming. Y'all don't think we could do that, right? So at least until May 4th, we could stream at least every day, at least for like 2-3 hours. Obviously, the goal is always like 6. Anyway, cool. A lot of things to talk about today. Is there any personal updates? Did I give you an update on Pluto? So Pluto got surgery. My boy Pluto. So Pluto is my dog, if you guys don't know. So he got hit by a car. I think I told you the story of how that happened. I have a very big property. I let him out to go pee real quick. He's having a lot of fun, blah, blah. I call him and the girl dog back, Princess. She comes back, but he's running around kind of having a little bit of fun. He runs near this area that only like dogs be knowing shit, right? Like he knows he could squeeze through. He goes there. I don't know if he was following a deer or something like that. And he ran to the road and he got hit by a car. Fortunate thing is that he did not die, which I'm very happy about. After he got hit, I ran over to him probably less than a minute later. I brought him to the hospital. He got surgery. Again, some of y'all might not care, but for the people who do care, dogs are on 4 legs. His right arm or right forward thing, is that an arm? I don't know. It got broken, right? Which is good. And what I mean by good is that given the impact, it could have been damage to his chest and damage to other limbs, but only one leg was broken. We had him get surgery. It's repaired, and he's going through the rehabilitation process now. So, I'm doing a little rehab things with him every day. I'm giving him his medication, giving him his food. He's been kind of chill. It's definitely improved since, I don't know how long it's been so far, but before he was a little bit I could tell him walking a little bit because, yes, day after surgery when we picked him up from the hospital, he was trying to walk. He was a little bit lethargic, but now, I could tell, he's the foot is getting stronger every day, so he keeps wanting to do too much, which I'm trying to tell his ass, chill out until, you got to rest. So, anyway, yeah, he has a splint and a plate and a couple of screws in the bone because they're trying to get it to heal back perfectly. Anyway, that is the update on him. I got to bring him back to the hospital for them to rewrap it because, they put a little goofy-ass cone on his head, and I could tell he was not rocking with that. So I ain't gonna lie, I took that bitch off. I was like, Pluto, be free. Anyway, he messed up his bandage a little bit, so I'll bring him back, but it's all good. Other than that, everything else, I've been chilling. Man, I was supposed to go to Miami yesterday. And actually, I got to apologize to my Fresh and Fit homies. I was supposed to be at, they had a yacht party and an event, and I did not get a chance to make it. So I do want to apologize to them for that. Other than that, I think that's about it. Let me open up chat. We do got a bunch of hip-hop topics to get into. Oh, yeah, King Akademiks page busting again. Cool. Yeah, no, Pluto is doing good. Hey, let me tell you this. You know what I've realized? So I got 4 Rottweilers now. So I got Pluto, his girl, and then they have 2 kids, a boy and a girl. Trust me. Every day, I've been saying, every day it takes about like 3 hours for me to like get them all good, clean up after BS. And yes, I try to do everything myself. Anyway, all good. Somebody says, what meat clip? What meat clip you guys talking about? Somebody said the party was fire? Okay, yeah, I didn't get a chance to go. All right. Okay. So let's put a few things on the agenda that we should be talking about today. Number one, there is some new allegations that have came out. And, unfortunately, I'm starting to have like mixed feelings about all of this type of stuff because I'm going to present it. I'll let you be the judge. So there's some new allegations about Meg Thee Stallion. And I want to be very fair because these things and these allegations could happen to anyone. And I know sometimes we don't like people because of other incidents, so we want to believe anything bad about them. But we do have to be very conscious of the fact that people will take advantage of your like or dislike for someone to push forth any type of information. So we're going to be covering that. I have the full lawsuit, the documents in relation to the Meg Thee Stallion situation. I've seen this thing been popping up today. I think some of y'all probably seen it. I know I haven't posted on my main page, but Ice Spice's best friend, allegedly, which we're going to say best friend in quotation marks, she's exposing her. Anytime, bro, let me actually. Did I post it? Hold on. Yo, anytime I'm feeling down, I go to Meek Mill's Twitter, bro. That shit just always has some type of shit for me to laugh at. Yo, Meek is a special type of stupid. This nigga said the eclipse opened up the portal to everybody that was hating on you to be exposed. Yo, I just don't know how dumb this thing could be. Black hatred level went up a few notches in 2024. Okay. Now, while I look at this statement, I'm be like, yo, Meek is just a sped. He's severely retarded. I don't mean retarded. I mean just severely stupid. I definitely do want to say that I believe that there's some overt and severe bad habits that are happening now that, let me lay this out. And we'll roll into the stream like this, all right? By the way, if you guys have any topics you want me to talk to, just spam in the chat. Also, become a member on the Academy page. Become a sub on Twitch. And, of course, you could definitely send a Rumble rant in via Rumble. Anyway, I do have a little theory going on. Y'all want to hear something? This is my theory. My theory is this. There's a theory that I have why this year it feels like more than ever, and it's almost like came back around. Exposing culture is going back up. What did I mean? These days, if you're a celebrity, someone of notoriety, someone with some clout, if you deal with the woman, shit didn't go her way. These days is gonna result like chicks ain't taking the L and moving on. Most women, I won't say most, but a good amount of women we're seeing, and more than normal, are all going live. They're posting personal information. They're trying to sue. And I have a theory about this. My theory is that, a lot of things for me, when I watch the world and how it evolves, it bases and it stems from financial level for most people. Let me try to explain. Boosie said something recently. And maybe I'm going to sound like Meek Mill for a second, right? I hope not. The thing is it Boosie official? Boosie said something, right? And he basically said, it's crazy how every company is going broke and filing for bankruptcy. This world has no money. The United States of America is hurting. People have no money. Besides paying your bills, there's nothing extra you have money to spend on. Companies have to lay off thousands of workers. You really have to change your lifestyle or else. This is the brokest I've ever seen America. Now, I agree with Boosie. But I agree with Boosie, but it's because I'm seeing things that are telling me this is how people act when they're desperate for means and ways to either continue a lifestyle or pay bills. Now, obviously, when I'm talking about entertainment, we're not talking about necessarily extreme poverty here. But I'll give you and just follow me. Let me cook. I think I've told you guys a couple times. So I was about to buy a condo in Miami about 2 or 3 times, and I backed out the deal pretty much late every single time. There was a time I used to be in Miami a lot. And if you guys ever want to be like, Ack, why aren't you in Miami a lot no more? I'm going to be honest with you. Miami meant something for me. It was the only place that I felt like I went. Like, I always tell people, and this is going to sound very pompous and out of, but just level with me for a second. I live in Jersey. I got whatever. Anytime I go out, I feel like I stick out. Like, if I wear a Cuban chain out here, it's like nobody has at least a real Cuban chain. Like, even a Lamborghini or some shit like that. Like, again, it's just not that. It's a regular place. When I went to Miami about a couple of years ago, Miami was so opulent. It felt like everybody was rich. I promise you. Now, I'm going to compare a few places. LA is the biggest example, but we're seeing it in Houston and Miami and Atlanta to a certain extent. The pandemic fucked up the whole United States. Mad niggas started getting PPP loans, scamming was at an all-time high. There was a time, and by the way, that's the time I fell in love with Miami, because I went to Miami and thought everybody's rich. I said, oh shit, everybody rich down here. Everybody has money. What's happened since all that PPP loan shit stopped, the scammers are getting all locked up. People are coming back down to reality. This is why another reason, like, people keep, like, they put Trump with the good times, because they're like, damn, when Trump was here, we was getting free cash. We was running it up. You know what I mean? Like, incorrectly, but still, people try to think of what was a symbol of when they were good. And this is just my theory of why we're seeing so many things happen. Let me explain, and I'm doing it macro, but I'm going to get to micro. Have y'all heard about LA? LA is dead. I don't go to LA, period, these days, at all. Y'all know I had a label deal. I actually still have a label deal. The label's based in LA. I refuse to go there. Call me on Zoom. You know what LA has turned into? In the pandemic, shit was popping. And then right before the pandemic was popping, and then everybody started moving to like Miami and Houston and Atlanta. And what ended up happening is that everybody in LA just started getting robbed. LA is the home of the robberies. It's always been the home of the B&Es, breaking and entering, but it became the home of the, you eating that IHOP, we about to come take your chain. Broke niggas are ravishing the land of LA. Okay. So the 3 havens I've seen, and by the way, New York City ain't New York City anymore, okay? There's a few little drug dealers running around here, but it's a reason why you get the guy who they call a snitch, 6ix9ine, who basically came and fucked all the drug dealers' bitches and bought them bags. I'm just trying to tell you financially where everybody's at. So in Miami, Atlanta, and Houston, that's where all the scammers, the crypto finessers went. And I remember being there and I was just like, yo, damn. And by the way, you're gonna be like, yo, what the fuck does this have to do with anything? But I'm taking this as a macro level approach. Just watch. Because I agree with Boosie. I think we're seeing the most desperation that we've seen in years, just because money is getting thin for most motherfuckers. Okay. So I'm in Miami. This is when I decided to get a chain. I remember I went to a club, and I'm in the club, and I'm seeing the niggas who are like the help of the real niggas. Like, okay, I don't know. I don't call him, like, a rapper's, like, assistant got, like, a fucking Cuban chain on. I'm like, damn, everybody rich down here. I'm like, shit, I got to get a chain. That's one of the reasons I got jewelry. What's ended up happening is all that shit is dried up. I'm going to tell you when I know it dried up too. Number one, PPP loans are done. All them scams are done. Most of them got locked up. Some of them got forgiven, but most of them shits are done. The problem is half of these niggas never had legitimate ways of making money. Now, here's another thing too. I remember being in the club. So I'm in the club. I'm at Vendome. That's my favorite spot. I be at Vendome in Miami. The owner know me. They love me over there. I'm there. You know who's in the club? My boy Quavo. Quavo's on stage. Guess who's over the corner? I see Rich the Kid. I'm like, oh, Rich, I see you, my boy. We all in the club. Now, let me tell you, this is how elaborate and how financially fucked shit was at that time. About 2 years ago. In the middle of the party, the club stopped. The DJ stopped. Hey, all right, stop. Quavo right over there, he chilling. Like, the whole, was Takeoff? I think Takeoff was there. The whole party stopped. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm with my man Fresh from Fresh and Fit. All of a sudden, a guy who I don't know, he walks on stage and they basically kick everybody off the stage, including the rapper. I'm like, what the fuck is this? I'm gonna tell you. Give me some, bear with me. I'm like, what the fuck? Fresh says to me, yo, Ak, that nigga right there, he's like one of the richest niggas in Miami. I said, what? I said, yo, that nigga right there, he got the bag. I said, bruh, I shit you not. They gave the nigga the mic in the middle of the club with Quavo and everybody. Everybody's lit to do a 5-minute TED Talk in the club. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? They said, oh no, this nigga, he spent $1 million at a club like a couple weeks ago. Like every club he go to, he spent at least $100 grand. I'm like, damn, niggas got bread like that? I said, yeah, that's him. So they literally kicked Quavo off. I'm over here looking doofy because I'm like, the nigga who, by the way, and then the nigga bought the biggest bottle of champagne I ever seen. Like it took, nigga, they carried it out like a casket. I never seen some shit like that. They said, oh, that bottle is $80,000. I'm like, what the fuck? Anyway, I'm just trying to give you out, you know, I give a little details, but chill. So I'm saying, I said, who the fuck is that? Fresh says, oh, that nigga, everybody know him. His name is Bitcoin Rodney. I said, oh, okay. They said, yo, he's richer than all the rappers. I said, how? Yo, he made a crazy come up on Bitcoin. I said, oh, shit. I Googled him. Bitcoin Rodney. I seen him with Jamie Foxx. He had a yacht. Oh, well, this is the end of the story, I guess. He had a yacht. Like, the nigga had a Bitcoin Rodney yacht. The nigga had a yacht, like a Lamborghini yacht with his face on it. Look, right here. Crypto life. And if you flip the other side around, it said, like, Bitcoin Rodney. The nigga had Lamborghinis, this and third. The point is, and I'm not trying to, like, get on nobody for no yeah, look at this Lambo right here. I'm just trying to show you why a lot of this bullshit is happening. This is my approach or how I've thought about shit. So, what's happened then, that's the Miami I fell in love with. Real talk. If you're wondering why I don't go to Miami, that's the Miami I fell in love with. It was all smoke and mirrors. That's why if you ask why I don't go to Miami, it's all smoke and mirrors. It wasn't real. Everybody looked rich and everybody was capping or doing some illegal shit. Here's the truth. The person who that was, he pushed crypto with Jamie Foxx and Rick Ross. He got arrested by the feds. They claim he was in a pyramid scheme. They claim he embezzled 8 figures. And the lifestyle that we saw, including me being in that club that night wondering, the nigga was on stage. You know niggas throw ones? He threw hundreds. And I said, fuck. How could a nigga be this rich? That was the time. All the scammers of the pandemic, all the finessers, all the PPP, whatever dudes, the niggas who pushed crypto bosses, they're all locked up. They're all done. Opulence was at the highest level. it's not there anymore. Okay, now I'm using this as an example, and I'm not, I'm pretty sure you're not going to do too much jail time. I'm not trying to disrespect him. I'm just only speaking of how I've watched so many of these places change. Okay, so that happened. It's a trickle-down effect, people, if you ask me. Everything's a trickle-down effect. The trickle-down effect from that was that, well, when a bunch of so-called wealthy people are doing wealthy shit, you get women who are flying all over the place. They're going to Dubai. They're always on trips. There was this one influencer, I won't say his name. I seen this nigga. I don't know this nigga to have a job in his life. This nigga had 5 private jets back and forth to motherfucking nigga. I've never rented a private jet and I'm making millions. This nigga would bring a boatload of bitches, like about 15 bitches every time to the Caribbean. Vacations nonstop. The point I'm trying to tell y'all is that stopped. All of that stopped. It's drying out. The scammers are out of money. The finessers are in jail. Everything is starting to dry up. And even the women who used to be the byproduct of said lifestyle, they're now a little bit more desperate. Okay? That was my whole point to saying that. The people who enjoyed the inflated finesser life, scam life, let's scam everybody with crypto life, they've all came back down to earth. What does this mean? When you see these chicks these days deal with the Kai Cenat or anybody else, they're more desperate than they've ever been. That's why there's no discretion. There is no, okay, let me just take this L because I'm about to go deal with another nigga who got A, B, C, D, and E, F, G. No, these people are down bad. I'm watching like a pandemic happen. Everybody's exposing. Every disgruntled girl, every girl who ain't get their way. Girl deal with Kai Cenat. Kai Cenat's a single guy. He's fucking all type of girls. She wants to expose. Did y'all see this?